Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Dawn.
We're with 7 is Enough, and today we're in Fulton, Missouri. We're going to go to the Winston Churchill Museum here in Fulton, as you can see it behind us. You may be wondering why there's a Winston Churchill Museum here in the middle of Missouri. 1946, Winston Churchill came here right after World War II and gave a speech, and it became famous. It's the Iron Curtain speech where he talks about Russia and the dangers of communism. And President Truman met him here, and it was a big deal, and that's why the museum's here. And there's actually also, to commemorate it, a church that was built in 1600s.
We are right across from where we're at is Westminster College.
Yes, Westminster College, which is where he gave the speech. And this, let's go over here, this is a piece of the Berlin Wall that they moved here, which was really cool. An artist that cut in blocks to symbolize people now can go through the wall.
Not cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. So when the wall came down in what, 1989, right?
88, I thought. I remember it.
Oh, I do too.
And people were on top of the wall celebrating that it was coming down.
Down in 89.
Oh, you're right. Came down in 1989. So we start right here with Growing Pains.
I love that picture.
Isn't that cute?
I know it. Imagine later. Oh, that's cool. Turn the wheels. Oh, I see. Family photos. His mom was American. I know that. He was half American, half British, Winston Churchill was.
Wonder how his mom
That's
and dad
neat. I
met.
like that old, look at that. That's kind of neat.
His birthplace was
Blenheim? Where was I don't know.
Blenheim?
Yeah, it was Blenheim.
Is that how you say it?
I think so. First Duke of Marlborough. Look at all those old soldiers. The old toys. I love those.
South Africa. Budding journalist from 1895 to 1900. He supplemented his army pay by reporting on military campaigns. Pretty cool, actually. And he was actually, it looks here like he wasn't working at this point in the military.
He was just
He took a job, reporting on the war status,
You're right.
but the train that he was on was ambushed, so he organized a defensive withdrawal, and then when he was captured, he tried to claim correspondent status, but his actions, this thing says, landed him in Pretoria as a prisoner of war.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Scaled a wall to get away 2 weeks later, scaled a wall, and then moved 300 miles in 9 days to try to get away. They had a price, dead or alive, on his head. And that's what launched his political career. It's pretty cool. Drawings from the war, including sketches of his escape. That's pretty cool.
It is really cool.
How they got all that stuff. Kind of feel sorry for.
Don't make it too well, because of what he said, we are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. Just sort of, you know.
Oh, that's cool. I like it.
This was a dispatch case he used to carry important papers of state when he was in Parliament, and that's a book he wrote when he was young. The Right Honorable Winston S. Churchill, MP.
Churchill became Home Secretary in 1910 at age 35, only the second to achieve his position so young. They put Winston on the front line of labor disputes.
So he, during World War I, Churchill, I don't know if he was saying what they called it, but anyway, he was in the Royal Navy, like the cabinet for the Royal Navy. But one of the operations he backed, the Dardanelles campaign, did not go well at all, which I think Gallipoli and all that was in that. Anyway, because of that, it really hurt his reputation. He ended up resigning and just joining the army, and then went to fought in the trenches for the rest of the war. So he actually fought on the front line of World War I. And then after that was able to kind of, you know, slowly build his political career back up.
Happy as a pig in mud.
What's interesting there, it looks like he's wearing a French helmet. Romances.
That's pretty cool. So throughout here, there's letters
That he wrote.
That's pretty neat.
Look at him. Lieutenant Colonel Churchill. 6 Royal Scot Fusiliers. He never smiles, does he?
No, I never see him smiling. I'm sure he smiled when he commented about that lady. What was it? What was that quote? She asks him.
She said, Winston, if you were my husband, I would poison your tea. And he said, Madam, if you were my wife, I would drink it. This is neat, babe. You can see what it looked like in No Man's Land if you're looking through the periscope over the trenches.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Got the Yanks on coming. Oh, did you do this? Crank the field phone. This one's broke. We'll do that. This is where it's going into World War II. They just showed us the rising of Hitler. So this part is about the war years when he became prime minister. So that's kind of neat to have the air raid sirens going off. Never give in.
I'm standing here just on the steps of St. Martin's in the Fields.
It's neat how they have it.
A searchlight just burst into action off in the distance.
The finest hour.
Circling the sky above me now.
Never was so much owed by so many to so few. The Battle of Britain.
There's an air raid shelter here, and I must move this cable over just a bit so people can walk in. There's another searchlight just square behind.
You watched the Dunkirk with me, did you, babe?
Yeah.
You watch everything?
So there's a film in here also. "1941, The Grand Alliance." "1942, The Hinge of Fate." 43-44, Closing the Ring. 45, Triumph and Tragedy.
For the last 4 days and nights,
Well, they named this bomber one of the biggest bombers, the Bristol Blenheim.
Say again.
I said one of the bombers the British used in World War II was the Bristol Blenheim, which was named because, his birthplace.
Oh, because of where he was born. I was like, why? Yeah, that's why. Pretty cool. So each section has, wow,
Above them, the sky takes on a strange pattern. The red glow of the distant fire.
6 million European Jews died in the Holocaust. Over 1 million were children. Some, often separated from their parents, escaped by hiding with the help of sympathetic strangers. In the cities they hid in, cellars and attics. If you have not heard of Corrie ten Boom, it's an amazing story of a German woman and her family. Her dad was a watchmaker, and they hid Jews and helped smuggle them out. Assisted in taking over 100 and maybe 30 Jewish babies in one night from a orphanage where they knew they were going to be murdered. And they distributed them all over Germany to people who sympathized to save them. She has an amazing story. And there are lots of videos of her on YouTube. She ended up in a concentration camp, her and her sister. Her dad was murdered.
That's really neat how they made it look like a British Spitfire cockpit. And that's what their joystick looked like.
How did you know right away that it was?
Because I know. I don't know.
Is that what is that? An engine of some sort?
Site. No, that's a bomber site. The Norman bomber
Oh,
site.
where they would sight in before they dropped it?
It was very famous that the Americans, we invented it. But it really
So they would
did a
look
lot.
in the hole?
It was on B-17s. It was on a bunch of different bombers. And I believe we sent a bunch to England. We put a lot on their bombers.
That's super cool. You sight the target in the mirror that tilts in harmony with the plane's approach speed.
Yeah, and the bomber would look.
Contact point creeps
that's why you
slowly
see
along. Go ahead.
in pictures the bomber's always looking down.
Yeah.
That bomb site.
Look down in the hole, and then they're always dialing back and forth. That's pretty cool. And look, there's a bomb thing.
Yeah.
Missile or whatever you call it.
Needed it.
Reminds me of Hogan's Heroes right there.
Yeah. That's his uniform stuff. He was shot down. I think.
His last words over the radio were, it's a darn shame, but I'm gonna get my boots wet.
Yeah, his new boots wet. Sad. Oh, now this is when he came to Fulton here.
Welcome to Fulton.
He came in
Truman and
1946.
Churchill.
And he gave the speech that would become famous, the Iron Curtain speech here, which is why the museum's here. But yeah, these are neat, the pennants. And then behind you, I think, is what he wore when he gave the speech. Yeah, that's what he wore that day.
So the college was here at that time?
Westminster College, that's where he came. Playing video of that speech.
And the establishment of conditions of freedom and democracy.
Welcome, President Truman. These are actual ones they had up. You can tell. That's cool. Welcome, Churchill.
Waiting to see what happens. Nor will they be revealed. It could have been prevented, in my belief, without the firing of a single shot. And Germany might be powerful, prosperous, and honored today. But no one would listen. And one by one, we were all sucked into the awful whirlpool. Surely, ladies and gentlemen, I put it to you, surely we must not let that happen again.
Look at this, baby, the chair and the podium, I think.
Immediate reaction to the speech was guarded. In time, it became clear that the speech was an accurate warning about the Cold War to come.
Ronald Reagan.
Your mission is to learn about Cold War spy operations by finding a series of secret information drops located in this area. Look into the briefcase for your first assignment. It's pretty cool for kids. It's super interactive.
I like about this museum also. There's quite a bit about Reagan in here because the wall came down when Reagan was president. It's also got
Winston's wit and wisdom. I love it, how like it's a recreation of his office.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool. Never trust a man who doesn't have a single redeeming vice.
Revice. Man, I wish there wasn't so much glare. Did a pretty good job.
That's true. Dogs look up to you, cats look down on you. Give me a pig. He just looks you in the eye and sees you as an equal. Anyway, there's a bunch of them.
A nation that forgets its past has no future.
Yeah. A fanatic is one who won't change his mind and won't change the subject. This lady who did not like Churchill came in and said she had read somewhere that if you took all the whiskey he had drank while he was in office, it would fill his office halfway up. And he said, yes, madam, so much accomplished, but so much left to do.
Here is one of him smiling. An ornery smile it is, too. Mischievous.
Yeah, you don't see him smiling a whole lot, do you?
Touch the screen. We're gonna sit down.
Yeah. As if I could not be who I am, I would most like to be Mrs. Churchill's second husband.
Aww.
I'm pretty sure you bought me one.
The inherent vice of capitalism is the unequal sharing of blessings. The inherent virtue of socialism is the equal sharing of miseries.
Winston, you are drunk, and what's more, you are disgustingly drunk, accused Liverpool Labour member Bessie Braddock one evening in the House of Commons. And might I say, Miss Braddock, Churchill replied, you are ugly, and what's more, disgustingly ugly. But tomorrow I shall be sober.
Okay, so we started right here, and we went and did a circle. And now we're coming this way.
Okay, now we're going to be going up into the church.
If you want a fantastic trip, how much was it for us to go in?
I took a picture of it. Oh, sorry. It was $10. Oh.
We're getting the bells.
I love the bells.
$10 a piece.
It was $10 a piece to come here, and very worth it. And the church is going off. I love it. The bells.
Dun, dun, dun,
Here, take
dun.
a picture up there of it. Did you get it all the way up?
Yeah, I'm recording. So it was about $10 a piece for us to come here. We're from just north of Kansas City, Missouri, so it was about a two and a half hour ride, and completely worth it.
Yes.
It's definitely a great trip if you want to learn some history about the war, World War I, World War II, Winston Churchill, and even be able to be near a piece of the Iron Curtain. It's yeah, pretty neat. And just a great little town. So we're going to take you to a restaurant.
Yes, we are.
So if you like what you see, we would love to have you hit the like button. And if you want to see more of what 7 is Enough has, hit that subscribe button down in the corner. And if you hit the notifications, you will get notified when we release new videos. We hope you all have a fantastic weekend. We love ya.
Bye.